Hi friends, happy Moonday. I apologize, I'm a little behind today. Um, I don't know. I feel like I have been on another planet for like the last week, and I'm just jumping back in and trying to play catch up right now. So I apologize for not having this ready in the morning, and I still want to check in and see how everyone is doing. Like I said, like I feel like I've been like in Oz or something, and I'm just trying to come back to reality right now. So how was your weekend, your new moon eclipse weekend? How are you feeling? How are you? I think I'm going to just be planning on easing into this week. We're starting off with Gemini and a waxing crescent Gemini moon. And I think that this will be a really good time to start setting your intentions if you haven't already and didn't get to it over the weekend, because with the eclipse energy being somewhat chaotic, I feel like starting off the week with Gemini would be a really good time to really put those intentions in place and start building on that waxing moon energy and setting your intentions and your goals and everything like that. So we'll be in Gemini for most of the beginning of this week, from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We don't move into Cancer until 7:05 p.m. on Wednesday. So I think that this is just going to be a really good time to be express. Gemini is the sign of expression, and specifically because of the twin energy, it's like expressing your duality, but it's ruled by the planet Mercury, which is the planet of communication, and I think I just for me personally, that's going to work out just because I my this weekend was so crazy for me. I didn't get to have my usual like new moon retreat kind of like I like to take it easy on the new moon, but I was very busy and wasn't able to do that. That might be why I'm coming into this week feeling so like scatterbrained kind of, because I wasn't able to like do what I usually do around the new moon. And um, that is kind of a little bit of a warning sign once you get into this following the moon cycle, following your own personal cycle. Um, when you fall out of it, you really feel it, and you just like it just feels like you're off balance or out of place even. So that is a, I try to use what is going on in my life as a lesson and an example for the things that I experience, and this is one of them. I feel very out of sync and like out of almost like I'm walking on uneven ground. It's a very strange sensation. Um, but most of the things that I was doing this weekend was kind of out of my element and out of my comfort zone. And so that's kind of part of it, like coming back to this reality and this life. Um, it makes me feel a little bit off. I was feeling the energy of the eclipse in the days leading up to it. So because I don't normally like charge my crystals or do any spell work on an eclipsed moon, or this was a solar eclipse. Um, I'm going to use the beginning of this week to do the things that I normally would on a new moon, like taking a bath and doing things that like rejuvenate and replenish and restore. So as well as setting my intentions. And I think it's great that we're in Gemini here, because Gemini is the sign of communication, and either verbally saying out loud what your intentions are, for this week and this next moon cycle, or actually writing them down. So Wednesday night at 7:05 p.m. Eastern time, we move into Cancer, and that is another that is the self-care sign for me. So I think that this week is really going to be about filling and replenishing my cup, at least for me personally, because we don't actually get to the first quarter until the very end of the week on Sunday. So I don't feel like this is going to be a very active week for me personally. And with Cancer coming in there, Cancer is ruled by the moon. So this is about like taking care of your emotions and being gentle with yourself. Home is a really big Cancer energy for me, or keyword for me. So I like to focus on the home, and that includes like me and my body. So I think this week is all going to be about self-care for me, just kind of recovering from a very hectic week last week. So let me know how you're feeling in the comments if you're feeling the same. So we'll be in Cancer for Thursday and Friday, and then 7:50 a.m. Saturday morning is when we move into Leo, and that's a fire sign, so that you might start to like be, and we're almost to the first quarter. So this is when you might actually feel the energy to be taking those first steps and accomplishing your goals. So this week, the flow of this week is starting off in air. So this is also like mental activity, wisdom. The element of air is wisdom and knowledge. And then we dive into water, and then end the week with the first quarter Leo moon in a fire sign. So the little message here that I have is find your inner lion and use its courage to take the first steps towards your goals this week. Believe in yourself and lift each other up while we make our way through the eclipse season. I recommend Tiger's Eye for wisdom, courage, and discernment. So yeah, in 2 weeks, we're going to be having a lunar eclipse on the full moon. And really this time is all of the work that we've already done this year, setting our intentions with the Capricorn new moon in January and making our way to where we are now. That was laying all of the groundwork and the foundation for what's happening now. And hopefully now you're starting to see the intentions that you set earlier this year kind of coming to fruition. And hopefully you have a solid foundation to continue to build on and continue to grow. So it's kind of nice that we have eclipse season so far into the year, because hopefully you've already had things really set, and so that it's okay if you're not like making and planning big goals for this time of year. However, May is the month of manifestation. So keep that in mind when you're setting intentions, especially as we're coming up on 5/5 on Thursday. That's a really big manifestation day. Some people like to set intentions on 5/5 at 5:55, either AM or PM, or you can do both. So that's a really big one for setting intentions. And that way you're not having that volatile eclipse energy with you. So keep those things in mind as we're making our way through eclipse season, that there are still times that you can kind of tap into some energy, even if it's not specifically the moon energy. So we are using the Everyday Witch Oracle for this week. And let's pick a card for anyone who's watching now and everyone who will be watching later. Strength and Resilience. This looks like an air card. Let's see what we've got going on here. This is kind of like, I was talking about feeling like I've just came back from Oz. like that stormy, windy energy is kind of very appropriate for how I'm feeling today. Let's see, earth, air, strength, and I think it's an air sign. I'm assuming it's air just because it's obviously windy, but maybe this is an earth one. Yeah, because I don't see it in, oh yeah, so this isn't actually an earth card. I just assumed because the leaves were blowing in the wind that this was an air one, but so page 31. Strength means different things at different points of our lives. Sometimes it means having the physical strength to run marathons, climb mountains, or dance until wee hours of the morning. Sometimes it means having the emotional strength to triumph over adversity. We can't all be Superman and leap tall buildings in a single bound, but we can be strong in the ways that are important. Sometimes strength is less about muscles and more about will. The action it recommends is do something that challenges you, something that calls on you just a little more strength than you think you have. Walk a little further than usual, stand up to a bully, give up an addiction, be strong. You can do it. The divination of this card is telling you one of two things, or maybe both. If you wanted to know if you should or could do something, the answer is yes, go for it. You have the strength and ability to succeed. If you just pulled a card for general information or inspiration, then this card is telling you that you are stronger than you think. And the magic of this card says to do a simple spell for strength and courage, light an orange, white, or brown candle. Focus on what strength means to you and pull the strength of the earth below. Visualize yourself growing strong roots and a trunk like a mighty tree. Feel your limbs stretch up towards the sky and say, Earth, lend me your strength so that I am strong like an oak tree, able to stand against the storms of life. She definitely looks like she's standing in a storm. So be strong this week, you guys. And we'll be back with a regular Moonday next week. So I hope to see you then. And thank you so much. Have a good week.